Hey everyone, this is your stimulus check update, second stimulus check update and stimulus package update for Friday, August 14th. In this video, I will go over the latest negotiations on the next stimulus package, where we are at with the second stimulus check of $1,200. I will also talk about the unemployment benefit that President Trump signed as an executive order last weekend, and I will discuss the first stimulus check for those of you that still haven't received it. If this is your first time to my channel, my name is Justin and I do stimulus check updates and give financial advice. For those of you that are subscribed members of my channel, thank you so much for watching once again and welcome back. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And if you find this content helpful, I would appreciate it if you hit the like button so that YouTube will share this video with others. If you have any stimulus check questions or stimulus questions at all, be sure to leave those in the comments section and I will do my best to answer your question. I don't answer all of the comments and questions, but I do try and answer a lot of them. So go ahead and comment if you have a question or a comment about the next stimulus package or a stimulus check. If you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, or VA benefits, you are eligible for the second stimulus check, even if you are claimed as a dependent on someone else's taxes. However, the second stimulus check is contingent on the next stimulus package passing Congress, and that's what we've all been waiting for. So how are talks going for the second stimulus check and the next stimulus package? Well, honestly, at this point, they're not going very well. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has kept the Senate in session this week in hopes that they could reach a deal with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and the House. However, after yesterday's session, he went ahead and sent all of the senators home and said, go ahead, you can leave. We're not even close to a deal, so you might as well just go home. Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, had already sent her members of the House of Representatives home a couple weeks ago, but both the House and the Senate have said that if a deal is reached, that they could, within 24 hours, come back and actually vote and discuss the next stimulus package. So if a deal is reached, they could come back within 24 hours and have a deal voted on. The Democrat-controlled House of Representatives is not scheduled to reconvene until September 14th. The Republican-controlled Senate is scheduled to reconvene on September 8th. Senator Chuck Grassley from Iowa said earlier in the week regarding a deal getting done soon, if it doesn't happen in the next 48 hours, I think this is all you're going to see until Congress gets back into session until after Labor Day. Those 48 hours are up and there has been no deal between the House and the Senate and the White House. And unlike last week, when Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, Mark Meadows were all meeting every single day, this week there have been no talks except for a phone call from Steven Mnuchin to Nancy Pelosi on Wednesday. On Thursday, Nancy Pelosi told reporters, "We are still miles apart on our values." And when asked about the next talks with Steven Mnuchin and Mark Meadows, Nancy Pelosi said, "I don't know when they come in with $2 trillion. White House economic advisor Larry Kudlow told reporters yesterday, as Secretary Mnuchin said yesterday, the Speaker wants a $2 trillion commitment from us. We're not going to give it. There are too many things, too many asks on their side that don't fit, don't have anything to do with COVID, for that matter." The main sticking points continue to be the weekly amount for unemployment benefits, funding for state and local governments, funding for schools, and liability protection for hospitals, businesses, schools, and churches. President Trump signed a few executive orders last weekend, one of which was a $400 extension of the unemployment benefit. It sounds like some states have pushed back and have said that the $100 per week state portion of that unemployment benefit is something that they can't handle financially. However, changes to the verbiage of that executive order have now not required states to pitch in that $100, which would mean that the total unemployment benefit from the federal government and from the Trump executive order would only be $300 per week. And according to Forbes' Jack Brewster, no state has yet said it will foot the extra $100 bill. So that $400 per week benefit that President Trump signed as an executive order is most likely only going to be a $300 benefit. Negotiations have stalled on the next stimulus package, and there is no end in sight at this point. Unfortunately, that means that the second stimulus check of $1,200, for all of you that are set to receive it, are on hold as well. Until that next stimulus package can be signed, there will not be a second stimulus check, unfortunately. For those of you on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and VA benefits, like I said before, you are eligible for the second stimulus check, but only if the stimulus package is passed. I will keep you up to date on all the negotiations from that next stimulus package, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. So for those of you that are on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, or VA benefits and have not received your first stimulus check, I know there are still a lot of you out there that haven't received the first stimulus check, because I get comments all the time from people saying that they're on SSI or SSDI, Social Security, or other benefits, and they still haven't received their first stimulus check. So if you haven't received it, you need to continue calling the IRS. I know you've probably tried calling them a bunch of times before, but I've been pleading and asking you guys to call the IRS and continue to call the IRS. The IRS Stimulus Hotline is 1-800-919-9835. If you get a representative that cannot help you or does not ask for any personal information like your Social Security number, ask them to be transferred to a rep that can help you with your specific question. If they can't transfer you to a rep that can answer your question, then you need to call back and try again. I know that sounds crazy, and I know that you've probably tried calling a bunch of times. However, you've now been waiting for over 3 months to get your first stimulus check. If you spend a couple hours on the phone today or tomorrow or whenever you try and call the IRS, if you spend a couple hours on the phone, it's going to be so much better if you can finally get an answer than it would be to wait another 3 months or however long it's going to take to find out about your first stimulus check. I've had a bunch of people that have commented on my videos this week and in the past 7 days that have said, thank you so much for asking me to call the IRS again because I finally got through to a rep that was able to answer my question. So if you have not received your first stimulus check and you have not received an answer from the IRS as to why not, you need to call the IRS again. Also, if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, or VA benefits, or if you are just not required to file taxes and you did not file taxes in 2018 and 2019, you need to fill out the non-filers tool if you haven't already filled it out. The non-filers tool will tell the IRS where to send your paper check or where to send your direct deposit if you enter in bank information. The IRS was supposed to receive all this information from the Social Security Administration or from the VA. However, a lot of people that are on Social Security and on SSI and SSDI and VA benefits have still not received their check, even though they were told not to do anything and that they didn't have to do anything. So fill out that non-filers tool if you have not filled it out already. If you filled it out once and it was accepted, you do not need to do it again, and you will not need to do it again for the second check as well. If the second check does get passed, they should use the same information they used to send out your first stimulus check. So get that first stimulus check resolved. There are some issues that it sounds like can't be resolved by the IRS and that you'll have to wait until file taxes until next year. However, usually the IRS over the phone can help you resolve your question and resolve your problem. If you are claimed as a dependent on someone else's taxes, you are not eligible for the first stimulus check. So don't use the non-filers tool. If you are not claimed on someone else's taxes, then make sure you do not check the box on the non-filers tool that asks if you are claimed on someone else's taxes. Even if you claim yourself on your taxes, you do not need to check that box that says that someone can claim you. That will delay processing of your stimulus check, and you may have to wait until next year. I'm so sorry that this is taking forever. The first stimulus check, the fact that some of you still haven't received it is completely crazy to me. And I know that Congress not being able to come to a deal on the second stimulus check is equally ridiculous. I just don't understand why they don't pass a stimulus check bill, an unemployment benefit extension bill, and an eviction moratorium bill. They basically already agree on those 3 points. Of course, the unemployment extension, they don't agree on the total, but they agree that those 3 things need to be part of the next stimulus package. They need to just pass that. The House of Representatives and Nancy Pelosi has said that they don't want to pass that simplified bill, even though Mitch McConnell and the Senate have said that they would. Hopefully they can figure something out. I'm not expecting anything now until September. I mean, the way the negotiations are going, or they basically aren't even negotiating right now, means that it's probably not going to be until September that we see the second stimulus check. I've seen some other YouTubers basically say, oh, they're going to get a deal done. They're going to get a deal done any day now. Well, I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately. They are still very far apart, and neither side is wanting to budge on the things that they say should or should not be in the next stimulus package. I do appreciate each and every one of you for watching my video, and I appreciate those of you that have subscribed to my channel and that have hit the like button so that YouTube will share this video with others. Thank you once again for watching, and I will talk to you again soon.